Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got a video today from Insolent Audits.
You unlock this door with the key of shenanigans. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of insecurities. A dimension of double standards. A dimension of feelings. You're moving into a land of both hypocrisy and anxiety, of accusations and irrational thought. You just crossed over into the female zone.
Should have called it the delusional zone, but female zone works.
Why should a man pay 100% of the bills? Assuming you're having children, you're going to be carrying that baby in your body all on your own. You're going to be birthing that baby all on your own. First, we're risking our lives. Second, we're risking our mental health. We don't get to choose whether or not we get postpartum depression or anxiety. If we choose to breastfeed, are we going to be sharing the breastfeeding 50-50, or is it just on mom? Is maternity and paternity going to be split, or is his career going to keep climbing and your career going to suffer? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. I'm so silly, because married men with children.
Again, American Asian women have just lost the plot. They really have gone to the other side.
Make more money than single men, married women, and single women. It doesn't even matter. Like, just giving him a family, he gets a raise. He gets a...
Right, just giving him a family, he gets a raise. It's not that he works harder because he has a family.
Bonus. Like, you need tampons, and there's the pink tax, and like women's razors and everything costs more money. We need the hair, we need the make. Right, so then you earn less money than he does, and then also you have to spend more money on your looks than he does. And also you have to give your time and body and energy to having the babies. But he doesn't want to pay the bills.
Ho! Fiction can be fun.
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play the world's smallest violin. Sister, let me tell you something. When you go on these rants as to why men should pay everything and all these bullet points that you put up there, have you stopped for 1 second to consider maybe, just maybe, everything you put out there was actually optional? I mean, you didn't put out one thing.
And tell you the truth, sometimes you actually wanted it. You want to have kids. You want to not work. You want these things. So yet you put it as a detriment to yourself.
Out there that was mandatory. Having a kid and putting your body through all that and putting your emotions all through that. Last time I checked, it was my body, my choice. A man cannot force a woman to become a mom. That is her decision on her own. She decides if the pregnancy goes full term or not. So, sorry, your choice. You really can't say, hey, it's your fault I'm like this. No, you chose that man to sleep with. You chose to let that man impregnate you. And you chose to have the pregnancy go full term. And everything else. Oh, the pink tax, which that is not the man's fault. That's the corporation's fault. Again, just buy the men's versions of razors. You choose to pay extra.
It's the exact same thing.
Just for a pink razor, that's on you. Everything you said there. Oh.
Like they even it's like you realize it's a pink tax. Stop buying pink things.
Career progression. Again, you chose to be a mom. Your choice to leave the workforce. And if you want to put the workforce over having a child, again, your choice. Everything you've said is your choice. And a man has to pay for everything. So what you're saying is you want a man to subsidize your choices. All right, good luck there, sister. I know there are plenty of simps out there that are willing to do that, but every year there are fewer and fewer of them out there. Before we move on, I want to say thank you, fam, to all of my subscribers for supporting this channel. I truly...
Go give the gorilla some support. Go give him some subs. Go give him some likes. Go give him some views. He makes great videos.
I appreciate all of you who leave comments, who like my videos, and share them on other social media platforms. I truly gotta say thanks, fam. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be here. And for those of you who haven't subscribed yet, I thank you for tuning in, and I hope you decide to hit that subscribe button. Moving on!
Okay, guys, here for a little Christmas rant, along with my boy Pancake. Pancake, say hello. You bring me joy, unlike the people I work for, which sucks, because I really...
This is like the definition of cat lady right here. Going on camera with your cat, kissing your cat, and talking about how much you love your cat.
I really like my bosses. Tell me now, I've been at the company for 5 years, and I've always gotten a little Christmas bonus, like $100 cash, okay? I'm very, very thankful and grateful. And this year I didn't get it. And I know times are tough, but if you can go on vacation, then I feel like you can pay your employees. And I'm on such a rant about this because another one of my jobs didn't pay me.
Oh, you mean your boss that you traded your husband and family for doesn't care for you and doesn't give you what you think you deserve? And works you and underpays you? Shocker.
I mean, didn't give me a Christmas blessing or bonus, which I know it's not to be expected. I understand that. But when you...
But you seem to expect it and getting upset.
Anyway, as I was saying, I know it's not to be expected, but I did count that Christmas money like in my head, you know? So I feel like Clark Griswold here when he was waiting for his damn swimming pool. Only I'm just asking for a fraction, $100. I'm not asking for anything. Christmas blessings all these other years and not this year. And the one person who did give me a Christmas blessing was the person that I nanny for and not a company at all. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, boy, you.
Oh, boo frickin'
That's what
who.
you traded
Surprise,
for.
surprise. Times are tough when you're a cat mom. I mean, listen, sweetheart. I can tell right now that you definitely are single. You don't even have to say in the video that you're single and you're struggling. It's evident by the attitude you have.
True.
So let me get this straight. You have 2 jobs. And they both didn't give you a Christmas bonus this year because they're not obligated to give you a Christmas bonus. I'm not justifying them both companies' decision. I'm just stating the fact that they are not obligated to. You recognize they're not obligated to. And you think that the smartest thing you could do is come on social media and basically talk crap about both your bosses. And that's going to fix things, right? Sweetheart, if you want some extra cash, apart from the money that you're already working for, just say it on social media. Please send me money because I'm desperate. And trust me, most of my viewers already know, you don't have a man that's going to help you out with these bills. Why? Because women who are smart enough to hold on to a man that helps them out with the bills don't need to make these videos at all. Unless, of course, they're the ones who are taking care of the guys, i.e. they decide to get that guy who just got out of prison and they could fix him, turn him around and turn him into a decent man. Those are the exceptions to the rule. But either way, maybe you should, I don't know, cut back on the kitty litter.
These are some beautiful places I would love to visit sometime.
And maybe buy some cheaper kind of wine. I mean, the bigger economy size boxes of wine. I don't know, cut some corners here or there because you're saying it was only $100. So you're literally on here trying to talk crap about a company because of $100?
Yeah.
Talk about petty. Sweetheart, all I gotta say is, if you would listen to previous generations of women and held on to that man, you wouldn't be in this jam. Oh well, here's hoping somebody sends you a bunch of cat food coupons because it seems like you're gonna need them. Moving on.
How to get a man to pay for your apartment, bills, give you cash, etc. I'm going to start off by saying the most important factor in this: dating the right kind of man. Anyone who tells you every single man will do this is an effing liar. That is not true. They are lying to you. They are trying to sell you something. There is a very particular kind of man who will do something like this. And you're not going to like what I'm about to say. It's going to be an older man. It's going to be a not so good looking man. And it's going to be a man who is obsessed. Do not go asking a 20-something-year-old player
I agree with this, I guess.
to pay your bills. They're not going to do it, bitch. You need to pick your target. Again, callous. I don't care. Men pick their targets too. Don't even lie. It's fucking true. If you're going to live that kind of life where you want someone to pay for your entire bills, you need to choose the right person. And I hate to fucking tell you this, it's probably not going to be the person you're most physically attracted to. Again, if somebody tells you that, they're lying. Very rarely will you find an extremely good-looking man with a lot of money who's going to pay all your bills. It is like 1 in 10,000, maybe.
No, probably 1 in a million, but yeah.
Be even more. Also, this depends on where you live. If you live in Miami, it's more often going to happen, okay? But you also have to be at that higher percent of women, okay? Be for real. Try the smaller stuff first. Go shopping, get things you need, things that he doesn't feel uncomfortable doing. Work your way up to this with the right man. How do you ask for it? I'll do another video.
God damn! Thanks, noob. This guy gets it.
All right, sweetheart, I gotta say it. Most of my viewers after seeing this video are thinking one thing: this woman gets it. Listen, ladies, I gotta tell you, that's the voice of experience right there. This is a woman who's probably gone with the players already, found out that the players, they're just gonna play, they don't pay bills, they don't do anything, and then figured out, hey, you know what? The guys who have money are almost always gonna be older than you. And it's a two-way street because the older guys want younger women. You can help each other. Now she's saying, oh, they're not gonna be physically attractive. Yes, guess what? They're not gonna be a Shannon Tatum in his prime. They're not gonna be a Michael B. Jordan in his prime. Almost always the Chad Rones and the Tyrone Magnifuls are not gonna dedicate themselves to one woman. they're not going to pay all her bills. No. What she's implying is they're not going to be chiseled gods, but they're going to be average men who look average for their age. They're physically
that just did really well in life.
average. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But they're willing to give you the lifestyle that you want. They're willing to maintain that lifestyle. They'll pay your bills. They'll take you out shopping. Now, before my viewers start coming after this gorilla saying, hey, gorilla, this sounds suspicious like you're promoting a man simping for a woman. Don't do that.
I was gonna say, but I kind of figured you were going somewhere with it, so I didn't say anything.
To those viewers, I gotta say, you know I don't like simps. Period. I don't. But there's a reality. There's always gonna be a simp out there.
True.
I'm not promoting it. I'm just acknowledging it. And when it comes to like a hottie, for example, if you're a man who's about 40 years old, you're average at everything, but you have a lot of finances, and you're trying to attract this 28-year-old 8 out of 10, yeah, there's a really good chance you're going to have to spend a good chunk of money on her. You may have to pay for her electric bill, her rent, maybe even her car, and some shopping sprees. Maybe temporarily, maybe longer than that. I'm not exactly sure, but I do know that there's a reality. Girls like this one probably know her worth, probably know the type of guy she can get. I mean, she said it herself in this video. She's not going for a chiseled god. She's going for a guy who's probably not super attractive, but he's willing to pay her bills. He's probably 12, 15, maybe even 20 years older than she is. This is not a sync promotion part of the audit. This is just me saying, hey, the biggest thing about an audit is you have to delve in reality. And
True. Red pill, right? This is how reality does truly work majority of the time.
And this kind of exchange, with a man with a lot more resources going for a younger, more attractive woman, how long has that been part of society? Forever and a day. Moving on.
I can also agree to for a man that's in their 40s or 50 to think that women in their 20s are genuinely attracted to them outside of their money and resources and everything else. That's a hard sell.
Never once in my life asked for help, but I don't know what else. I have tried everything, and I literally have one day to come up with a little bit over $600 when I just paid $300 today on my electric bill. My electric bill is behind by $1,300.
Damn.
Because my electric bill was $600 for like 5 months in a row, and I just couldn't pay it.
You could have just used a little bit less electricity. Just saying.
Was on payment plans and everything like that, but I got paid.
But I do admit that electric companies, especially PG&E or whatever the hell is in California, is just ripping people off. 100%.
Late, like always, and I couldn't pay it on time. So they took my payment plans away from me, and now I don't know what else to do. And everybody I've called told me that they don't.
Again, I'm not trying to talk shit on like older women or whatever it is, but these are life choices these women made. There's a lot of people made these choices because if that man at this age came on here complaining about the exact same thing, what would we say to him? You should have planned better. You should have worked harder in your earlier years. So I'm going to say the exact same thing to this lady. Should have planned better. Should have worked harder in your earlier years.
I don't have no funds. So if you want to help a single mom with 2 kids, it's trying her best to bust her butt with working on TikTok Shop, and
she still doesn't want to do a real job, wants to do just social media things, easier things that she thinks are going to be easy.
In her real job, please let me know. Because I honestly have no idea what I'm going to do when the 12th comes and I can't pay another $600.
Greatest hits from the single moms, stories of oh woe as me. Before both my female viewers start attacking me saying, Gorilla, here you go again, bashing on women. Listen, as you know, 70% plus of all divorces and all breakups are done by women. Single moms are a good chunk of that. I'm talking about the overwhelming chunk of that. And I always ask the same question and I never get a straight good answer. Why oh why do you leave a man who's paying everything? And I'm not saying that all men pay everything, but most of the men that these women leave, they're paying for everything or they're doing their best to help out. And the single moms always say, well, I'm going to leave because of feelings, because I have to find myself, because I'm not in love anymore. I don't feel like I want to be with this man anymore. I want to be on my own. And you drag your kids in through this. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. You're taking them through the wonders of single mother financial struggles. This is nothing new. It's not like we don't have decades upon decades of data showing that when women leave men and take their kids with them and decide, hey, I'm strong, independent, I can do it all by myself, a good percentage of the time you're going to fall flat on your face. It's hard enough for men out there to make it. What do you think is going to happen when you decide, oh, I'm going to be the mom and the dad? And I'm just going to go out there. Yeah, the child support from the man who's making the average U.S. salary, that's going to be enough. Me and this new boyfriend I have who's going to be there forever. And after about 2 to 3 years, he leaves. And you find yourself like this gem of a queen, back in the mode of shaking a can around with some change in it saying, hey, can you spare $1? How is this more awesome? How is this more productive?
It's not.
How did you find yourself this way? You know what? I'm just going to post this audit, and I'll just be on the lookout in the comments for your answers, which, as usual, are not going to show up.
It's funny, as time progresses, we're getting like a fracture in womanhood, right? Like half the women are realizing they screwed up and trying to fix things, and the other half are just doubling, tripling down. Let's see who wins. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that, and catch you guys next time. Ciao.